What's going on, my beautiful people? Fernando David here. On this video, we're going to go over Airbnb winter release. I'm sure many of you that are in this game probably already received the emails or messages or have seen a video too regarding the Airbnb winter release. But I'm just going to recap the three most important things that came out of the release and do two things. Number one, give you my opinion as to how this new release is going to affect you as a host. And more importantly, really talk about what I think it's really more important to you as a host, and because it is for me, and I'm sure many people feel the same way, and the question you have to ask yourself, can we trust Airbnb? And what I mean by can we trust Airbnb, I mean, can you trust them to do the right thing for you as a host? I'm just gonna quickly answer that question, and I'm gonna say,
nope.
No, not really, right? And the reason I say not really is because they, especially in the last couple of years, Airbnb has been focused more on the guest than on the host. Now, I get it, especially today. Everybody and their mother wants to be in the Airbnb game. Right now, in many markets, short-term rentals are oversaturated. So there's less of a need for you, like it was in the very beginning when Airbnb first started, than today. So, and because of that, their focus is on the guest, and I get it. It's a business, and they're here to make money.
I like money.
Just like my business, I'm focused on the guest as well. So I'll quickly answer, like I said, I'll quickly answer the question is, I really haven't put my trust on Airbnb in a while now, and I don't really think you should. And I've said this before.
Here we go again.
If you're dependent on Airbnb, you're going to be in trouble. You should not be dependent on one single platform. But let's just go over real quick the three most important things that Airbnb released a couple of days ago. So the first thing that they released is the introduction of Airbnb setup. Again, it's to their best interest to release this because more hosts, more properties that are on Airbnb, the more money they're going to make, right? So what they're basically doing is they're making it even easier for you to list your property on Airbnb. In a nutshell, what they're gonna do, if you need the assistance, they're gonna team you up with an experienced superhost in your area or in your market, which I firmly believe is a good thing, especially for new people that are starting out. That's good, but keep in mind that it's really not, they're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart because they want, they feel that you're going to be more successful doing that. You probably will be if you're new to Airbnb, using somebody like that to get you started. But in reality, it is more about them, right? Now, the next big thing that they released, which is and will help some of us, it relates to air cover. In air cover, they went from 1 million to 3 million. Now, here's the problem with that. And here's why, again, they did it in terms to entice more people to come on, entice more people to become hosts. Again, it's more towards their best interest to do that. But if you've been around long enough, you know that it's become very, very difficult to file a claim with Airbnb. I can tell you a personal story. We had a guest that came in, smoked marijuana on the property, created a big mess on the property, which the mess part, it's not a big issue for me because that's what we have cleaners for. But the fact that they smoked marijuana and were careless with how they were smoking, they created burn holes in our furniture and our rugs. So we filed a claim under the air cover, right? It literally took us
Many months later.
3 months of fighting with them to get us to get paid out. It shouldn't take 3 months. I mean, the evidence was there. I mean, we had marijuana residue, the burnt marks were there. Because I've been around this game long enough, I know what needs to be included in a request. We provided everything they needed, and for the first month and a half, we got denied. We kept fighting, kept pushing the issue. 3 months later, we finally got paid out. So again, can Airbnb be trusted?
No, God!
No, they can't. You really need to make sure that you're fending for yourself. Make sure you do the right thing. But when you need to get coverage or when you need protection under air cover, understand that you better know the procedure in and out. Understand that right now, oftentimes they're going to skew towards the guest. If the guest fights and says that wasn't them, it's going to be a fight. So be ready for that, and don't take no for an answer. Keep pushing, right? The last thing that again they're making a big deal out of this, but again I think it's a mistake. Is they added new categories.
No, not again.
If you remember, back in May, the category addition to Airbnb was implemented in early May, right? I personally think that was a huge mistake. It hurt a lot of hosts, and instead of correcting it, they doubled down and added more categories. God damn it, come! So that's the part I really don't understand. But here's why I believe that this is a mistake. It is great if you have a unique property. If you have a cabin in a unique location, if you have a tiny house, a container home, something that's unique like that, then this is great for you because they're going to market, they're going to push that property. But the great majority, I believe the number is fairly high, and I'm going to give you a guess. I believe more than 90% of the listings are 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, apartments, are stuff that are not in and of itself unique, because there's a lot of them, right? So this category system doesn't help the majority of hosts. So why double down on something that's not going to help the majority of people? It's beyond me. But anyways, those are the new stuff that came out. Again, the question is, can you trust Airbnb?
Nope.
Answer is no. Having said that, though, I'm going to close with this. Airbnb is, especially for the great majority of you, is still going to be the #1 platform you should be advertising on. But understand, like with any platform, there's pitfalls, there's negatives to them. So learn how to take advantage of the positives and the benefits you get from advertising on Airbnb, and then learn how to negate some of the negatives with it, right? Like for example, with us, I don't longer care about air cover because I create and because I advertise on a PMS system. I'm allowed to do this. I require my guests to pay either a waiver or an additional assurance policy that I have control over, not Airbnb. I no longer file claims through air cover because it's been my experience. It's a hassle. It's time consuming. So I rather bring that in-house, so I created that. Learn, again, how to negate a lot of the negatives that Airbnb has and use and take advantage of the positives. Because again, Airbnb platform is still the #1 platform out there as it relates to OTAs. Hope this information was useful. If it was, please hit the subscribe button, the like button. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.